Hi, I'm Frank12Castle. Friday, I watched Saw 3D in theaters. I had a lot of things going on this weekend, so I didn't have a chance to post it until now. Sorry about that. But anyway, previous to this movie, there have been 6 other Saw movies. I have only seen the first 2 movies, so I can't be a judge of whatever else happens to the series. But if you don't know what the Saw movies are, and believe me, that's a big what if. Every movie is basically somebody has done something terrible with their lives, and this man named Jigsaw is going to put you into a trap, and you have to get out of the trap if you're strong enough to survive and you want to live your life. Unfortunately, more often than not, the person doesn't make it out of the trap, and they're brutally murdered in the most blood-curdling ways possible. Quite eerie. But those are essentially the Saw movies in a nutshell. Anyway, Saw 3D is a continuation of the 6th Saw movie. There are 2 storylines. They eventually intertwine, but one storyline is the actor Sean Patrick Flanery, who has been in the 2 Boondock Saints movies, and he was in another movie called Deadly Impact, and he was also young Indiana Jones. Anyway, he lends his acting talents in this. He plays a character who makes money off of his experience as a Jigsaw victim, and he starts making money off the idea, and Jigsaw doesn't like that too much because it's not fair to everybody else that you would profit off of something so terrible in your life. But there's that aspect where he's stuck in the trap, and his publicist, his wife, his lawyer, and his best friend are also caught in the trap with him, and he has to try and help them out. So there's that aspect of the movie. The other part of the movie is there's a police officer that was helping Jigsaw. I'm sorry about that. There's a person, he's a cop who helped Jigsaw do all these traps. Jigsaw's wife tried to kill this cop, and now the cop's trying to kill her. But she can't die because if she does, there's no evidence against this cop guy ever having worked with Jigsaw. So that's the other part of the movie. Eventually, these 2 things intertwine, and at the end of the movie, there's a very interesting twist, and from this, there should be no more Saw movies. So this is the last of the series. I'm pretty sure. I don't see how they possibly can make another one after this movie, but that is the end of the Saw movie. There are only like 2 other actors you would possibly know from this film. Cary Elwes, who was in the first Saw movie, he was the doctor who had to saw off his leg with and Chester Bennington from Linkin Park is also in one of the traps too. He hasn't done anything special. He's only been in the first 2 Crank movies, and he does cameos. But that's what happens there acting wise. If you're going to see a Saw movie, obviously you know what's going to happen. It's not going to be award winning. It's not going to be critically acclaimed. It's just going to be very entertaining. Personally, I like slasher flicks every once in a while, and these are probably some of the better flicks you could possibly watch. This movie was in the 3D format. I personally don't care about 3D gimmick. I could easily see a movie in TD. I'm sorry. I could easily see a movie in 2D or 2D. I could perfectly be fine. I don't need to see it in IMAX. I don't need to see it in 3D. But if you do see it in 3D, it's kind of cool. There are some traps that fly at you and stuff like that. I mean, it's kind of worth seeing in 3D. But anyway, if I had to give a rating from 1 to 5 on this, I would give it a 4. It's not a horrible movie. It's exactly what it was meant to be. I think the plot twist is fantastic and makes up for everything. If you haven't seen a Saw movie before, you can still see this and perfectly be happy with not seeing the other ones, because it essentially this movie says everything about the other movies and just puts it into that, and it leaves it at that. So that was my review of Saw. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll try to catch you guys next week, and goodbye.